back, everybody. It's April 7th, believe it or not. We still got quite a bit of snow on the ground here. We had a nor'easter blow through this week. I think we got 18 inches of snow all in all, but after some rain and some sunny days, it's melting fast. So I can't put off spring chores any longer. Today I wanted to walk you through what we can do with our PTO wood chipper, some chainsaws, and a little bit of manual labor to clean up some brush, some trees in pretty short order here. You see behind me, we've got a beautiful view of the driveway and the brook. Once some of this foliage pops, it's going to get obscured by some of these birches down here. So follow along. I'm going to walk you through how we chip those up and get them taken care of right quick. So I guess before we get that going, we need to get the tractor set up for our task at hand. So while these are super versatile, it takes a little bit of coordinating to get the implements you want on the back and on the front. So this thing's still set up for snow plowing. We got the plow on the front and the carry all on the back. I'm going to time myself, or for you guys, not rushing or anything, let you know how much it takes to get the, I'm going to put the bucket on the front and the PTO wood chipper on the back. It is 10:45 a.m. right now. So as you can see, the chipper was buried in the garage a little bit in front of the wife's car. Can't really bring myself to leave this thing outside just yet. It'll probably be just fine, but it stays inside for now. Alrighty, it is 11:12. Take my word for it. So that's 25 to 30 minutes you can expect to spend setting up your tractor for a new task. If you're in a scenario somewhat like me, have a skill set somewhat like me. Obviously shuffling some things around, shuffling the camera around, but I greased up the loader before we started, so that adds to the time. You only have to do that every 10 hours or so, is recommended anyways. And now I'm just going to go through the chipper, grease that up, so it might be 45 minutes or so before we're ready to do some actual work. And I got to get the saw going. Phew. So before we get to the real exciting stuff here, the channel is at an all-time high subscriber count. We're just a stone's throw away from 2,000 as I publish this one. YouTube will keep pushing these videos out if they can glean that you're watching them and enjoying them, whether you're subscribed or not. So if you've seen a few of these, enjoying following along with my family and I, we're enjoying it too. So please consider subscribing. It means a lot to us, and we'll keep it up. Well, it's not the neatest thing in the whole wide world, but I didn't hit the power lines and I didn't get hurt, which was pretty much all I was going for this time. So now I'm just going to work to limb this up. So with a smaller PTO chipper like that, you're going to want to make sure, so obviously the fewer pieces you have, the less handling you're dealing with. But a crook like this wouldn't make it through the chipper. If it was small, if these branches were smaller, they'd bend and go right through, which a lot of these upper branches, no problem. But down here, we're going to want to cut the butt ends at an angle. Well, anything's an angle, but at a steeper angle. It'll be much easier to feed in the chipper. Even something like this, that's 1.5 inches wide. If you just had a 90-degree butt end on it, it'd be a struggle to shove down the chute there. So I'm going to cut all these at an angle, limb this up, and then get to chipping. I'm hoping my helper, my son, is going to be out here any minute, because it goes really quick when you've got 2 people. For those of you who hadn't seen the chipper on the channel yet, I'll do a real quick crash course. This is a Woodland Mills WC 46 inch, not inch, PTO wood chipper. The 46 stands for the opening in the chute is 4 inches by 6 inches. So it says it can feed a 4-inch diameter log, and that's true. Real simple design, hooks up to the PTO of your tractor. This tractor is 25 or 20-ish, 19.5 PTO horsepower, and handles it just fine. I just took the bolt out of here. Real simple clamshell design. Got a big heavy-duty flywheel with some blades on there, and that's what chips the wood. If this does get clogged, it's as easy as undoing this bolt, flipping this open, and with the tractor off, obviously, clearing any obstruction in there. The chute will spin a whole 360 degrees, so where you are tight for space, you got all kinds of options. You can point this down to get it real precise pile right here next to the tractor, put it in a wheelbarrow or a wagon or whatever you want. Wheelbarrow will fill up awful fast, but if you're not going to shoot it in the woods like I'm going to do here, you can point it right down. And all kinds of uses for these chips. One of the main ones that I'm going to use right away, I said I'm going to blow these into the woods, which I am, but we have some more chips. We're going to fill up our chicken run. We've got a 16 by 16 chicken run and a lot of chickens, so it'll turn to mud if we don't stay on top of it. They love the chips, good for them. And this is the drive control, the infeed roller. We've got a hydraulic infield roller, so this tank down here is full of hydraulic fluid, and this is it's in neutral right now. That's go, and that's reverse. So the feed, if you get some, well, I guess it's a big safety thing, so if you were getting sucked in, all you have to do is push on it and you'll start getting pushed back out, but works real slick. Certainly not trying to sell you on this thing, just letting you know that it's an option for a smaller PTO wood chipper, and it works well for us. It's $2,800, which is it's a lot of money, no doubt about it, but for us, it's worth every penny. So if I still have your attention, I figure I'd go ahead and address some comments I see on some previous wood chipper videos. They seem to be gaining in traction. I don't know if it's the time of year or just because all kinds of storms have been blowing through, but the old chipper videos are getting some views. So one of the questions came up is, can you adjust the in-feed roller speed? Yes, I keep it right here on pretty much the lowest setting, well, close to the lowest. It's on 3 right now, 0 to 10. I keep it on a lower setting just because I'm usually not in a rush. And if I do feed something big or hard through the chute, I don't have to worry about fumbling through this. But there's not much fumbling involved. It just increases the flow of the pump. So I just leave it there around 3, and that's good enough for me. So I do answer all the questions down in the comments, but I can articulate them better here in real life. This is what about 8 minutes of chipping looks like without going too fast and with one person. One of the comments I got were, machine looks great, but what are all the stringy bits? People didn't want to deal with, so a lot of it looks like nice wood chips like you'd buy or get dropped off. And then every once in a while you get these stringy bits. And I don't know how to explain it. I haven't messed with you can change the clearances of those blades and whatnot, and I suspect it has something to do with that. But for our use case, these are certainly not the end of the world. Help has arrived. He must have been looking at the window seeing when we were just about done, but he's here now. For those of you new to the channel, I'm Mitch. This is my son Jonathan. We can get a lot of work done real quick when we're both out here, which is now. So I'm gonna fire up the wood chipper and I'm gonna keep cutting and he's gonna feed this chipper. These chickens are awful brave. Quite a ways from the barn, but they're confused. They're ready for spring. Snow threw them all off. And anytime they hear us, maybe they're more comfortable with us, but anytime we're turning up the ground, they think there might be some worms involved. Probably not today. Well, I don't know if you remember what that looked like, but I certainly do, because I saw it every day. This is much better. It was good exercise, and it only took about an hour and a half. So we obviously could have left the brush pile somewhere, but the way we do things, and spread out as things are around here, we would end up with lots of brush piles. So in this case, the chips, they're just really weed control, kind of that flat spot where you saw the tractor parked to start. I mow that with the lawnmower, so around that tree and up against the stone wall, that all turns to ferns if I let it go. So good weed control there, and we don't have to look at a brush pile. We're neating all that up real quick. Appreciate you following along. Any questions about the chipper, tractor, our setup, put them down in the comments. Glad to answer them, and as always, thanks for following along. Really appreciate it, and we'll see you at the next one. Take care.